Alright, we're ready. Apologize for the delay. Furious!
Your patience is about to be rewarded. Pokemon Tournament Challenge Cup Master Ball. The opening blows are about to be exchanged in the furious
Alright, well this run is blessed.
level 75 Pokemon. What impressive impact! What will the other side do? That did little damage. There's a big HP difference between the two combatants. Here it comes! Thunder! That's it! Oh, it collapsed! The next Pokemon needs to be prepared. Oh, it's Dodrio! It's a fierce battle.
It sounded like Crobat.
Whoa!
It attacked with a steel move that sounded like a crunch, but it was steel based.
KO'd by one hit.
Brain.
Is there any way it's
What was that first Pokemon? It sounded like Crobat, but it wasn't. It definitely wasn't Crobat. What was that first Pokemon?
Now one more.
You know, just hit all 4 thunders. That's my mode. I'm always in the hitting my thunders mode. Never in the off position. Pinsir. Pinsir makes sense. And so does Vice Grip. Yeah, that's Pinsir for sure. And it had to be something like Vice Grip. Vice Grip makes sense. I'm not used to first pick Pinsir. I usually hear Pinsir's name. Like, Pinsir's almost always the second Pokemon whenever I fight it. So I was just a little bit surprised. But that makes sense. It was Pinsir with Vice Grip. Alright, well we gotta continue, which means we're guaranteed to see one water type or grass type for this fight.
This is the second round. Trainers place the Pokeball containing their leadoff Pokemon on the field to start the battle.
Could be an Ursaring.
Combatants face
I don't think it's a Rhydon. Don't think it's a Golem.
Sandstorm has started blowing.
It's faster, so it's probably Ursaring.
What will the trainer do now?
Went for Swift, so I'm definitely thinking it's Ursaring. Ursaring is either Ice Punch, Fire Punch, or Thunder Punch, so it's worth investigating.
Neither combatant is showing signs of fatigue yet.
I didn't quite catch the sound is the issue.
How's that? Yes, it's a
That
hit.
should be Steel Wing.
Look at that swagger. Oh, its confusion made it tougher. Sandstorm rips and cans. They're both hanging tough. It intends to endure the next attack. It's utterly confused.
At least this one finally got confused. Dur, Swift.
The heated action
What is an Ursaring's last move if it's in Dur?
used no more. It used Steel Wing. That's it. Oh, it collapsed.
It is Ursaring. I can reconfirm that was an Ursaring.
Eagerly awaiting the appearance of the next Pokemon. Oh, it's Nidoking.
Nidoking dies to Stealing, maybe. Base 70 stab times 2. Stealing.
What's next? quiet. Since the raging sandstorm has died down,
This is so strange, dude.
down on the field. Hang on, earthquake.
We found the earthquake eventually. So this Nido King's actually kind of baller.
No strength left.
This Nido King has the bonus of having earthquake and having surf.
Will join the battle now.
I don't know what surf is good for, but it has it.
Oh, it's Donphan.
I mean, I know surf is good for Donphan.
There's a big HP difference between the two combatants. Vicious attack. It's super effective. Here's retaliation. That's it. There it is. Knockout. There's only one Pokemon left to come out. Oh, it's Typhlosion. This is the last Pokemon. One Pokemon faces
We win this fight very often.
Whoosh, Fire Blast.
We win this fight with Fire Blast.
Oh,
I don't think Flamethrower would have killed. I don't know how much Surf does, but I know Fire Blast does half. At least.
just one
We
Pokemon
beat
remains.
Steelix on the end here.
Oh, it's Rhydon. It's down to the
Honestly, we
last
probably even beat a
Pokemon
Rhydon.
left. It's just one-on-one.
Crit. Burn. Dig.
A furious attack. Oh, that's a miss.
Miss doesn't win. Dig. S-
Sandstorm has started blowing. The sandstorm rips and tears. A hot battle is unfolding.
Okay, okay.
A sharp attack. Oh, a blow to the weak spot. Whoa, that was good. How's that? A light hit. Ah, that attack just bounced off. Oh, and sandstorm hurts. The heated action continues. Will this do it? Yes, it's a hit. There are no more remaining Pokemon. And there goes the battle.
Well, we beat a Rhydon. Oh. What was our second dude? What did we lead with against Scizor?
We've been blessed with
Ursaring
competitive,
with Swift.
contested battles here in Pokemon Stadium. The roar of the crowd signals the start of the third round.
Jolteon Ursaring. Nido King. We are facing a Cloyster.
Both get ready to go.
Fire Blast Typhlosion.
Here it comes, Thunder! That was perfectly. Whoa, that was fast.
We probably just run Jolteon, Nido King. No, that's so weak to ground types though. We need a water type.
Battle is intense right from the
We
start.
need to find a water type. Nido King Surf is not enough.
Oh, it's Blastoise.
I think Blastoise lives a Thunder. I've been in this spot before, I think.
Pokemon is
Blastoise has like 250 HP. He's got like 90 defense.
drilled out.
That is the relevant defense stat. Obviously, his defense is probably different. But
It dug its way underground. One Pokemon
I think we take this opportunity to look for other attacks. Psychic, Bite.
The move didn't quite work. There's
Well,
the
now we know we have
attack.
Sand Attack.
The crowd's excitement
We're 50% to not find a killing move here, and that's more likely to fail than 30% to miss. So we Thunder again.
That's a hit.
Easy every time. I also wanted to point out the reason I went for the Fire Blast against the Rhydon is it was with a 33% chance to pick a status move, right, rather than an attack. And Fire Blast is only 50% to miss. 15, I should clarify, I did not say 50. 15% to miss. So it's always better to go for the known than the unknown. I mean, any run with Jolteon is just going to turn out this way. Jolteon is just too good. Thunder, thunder, thunder. Easy wins. All of our continues are from Jolteon. Ugh. Is Nidoking good in the next fight? We're gonna try the fire, poison, electric core, mono lose to earthquake. I have a good switch for every lead here. Espeon. I do not have a good switch for Espeon, but if it's Psybeam, we can take a hit. We can take a Psybeam.
A sharp attack. Yes, it's a hit. The white-hot battle continues. The first of Psybeam. Right, that's a hit. Oh, knockout. So, what will be the
Typhlosion is slower, but I'd rather have Typhlosion in.
Typhlosion. A hot battle is unfolding.
I guess HP is definitely a relevant resource. 2v3.
Great hit. Whoa, Fire Blast. Hit.
Fire Blast did kill, which is a good sign.
Down it goes.
We could have had this exact same result with Jolteon, but without taking damage.
That KO will bring out a
But
new
especially if they happen to have a ground type.
Oh, it's Poliwrath. Two Pokemon remain on
I'd much rather not play into a ground type, because if he goes to a ground type, like if I go Jolteon there and she switches to a ground type, I can't think of a single ground type in this fight, but if she switches to a ground type here, I lose 100%.
what now?
So I do think Typhlosion is always the correct play there.
How will this Pokemon switch to
Now if he switches to a ground type this time, we lose anyway, so I don't really see the difference. But because if he has a ground, if she has a ground type, there's nothing I can do about it, right? This exact same spot that I just set myself up for, like, oh, don't lead Jolteon because they go to ground type, then we lose. This same spot we lose if they have a ground type, so that's not the play. That's not the logic behind choosing Typhlosion. We definitely should have went with Jolteon. The only argument you can make is Fire Blast is 100% more likely to not miss? Is that accurate?
Oh, it's Heracross. It's down to the last Pokemon now. They prepare for battle. There it goes. Oh, that's a miss. There goes. That's it. There it is.
Like, do I ever die to a submission here? Psybeam on a 250 Typhlosion.
Just one Pokemon remains.
Psybeam, submission. No, I think I live a submission, so I still have the most outs to killing here.
This is the last Pokemon.
Huh.
Just one-on-one now. That's it. No, that didn't connect.
Trying to think, knowing what we know here, what would be the best line, right? And I still think the best line would be Typhlosion into Espeon.
The white-hot battle continues.
Because if we go Jolteon, they go Heracross. If we miss, we get killed by Heracross as Jolteon, and then we can't kill their water type. So, moving forward in the future, when I'm in a spot where I'm fighting this trainer, I should be mindful because I've faced Poliwrath against this trainer dozens of times. I should be mindful of Poliwrath, and if I'm worried about Poliwrath and the fact that they can theoretically switch, you know, like if Jolteon's there, they never go Poliwrath, they always go Heracross. I could technically always just go hard Typhlosion against Heracross exactly, but what if they go Snorlax, right? Snorlax with Earthquake farms me. Granted, farms me no matter what happens, but I want to have a Jolteon to beat the Poliwrath, and if I lead Jolteon into an Espeon and then kill the Espeon, they always go to not Poliwrath, and then Typhlosion loses to not Poliwrath. That's the line. That's the logic. I'm running with it. We're running an Ursaring because I don't know what my 5th is, and we're on the 5th fight. Breakneck pace. So yeah, the mindful thing is, if they have more Pokemon than we can, like, offer trades for, the best line for us to take is to make sure that our electric type is last to beat their water type. Because Poliwrath is frequently a fight in the 4th fight.
Oh, what's this? Man, that worked perfectly.
Please don't tell me that lived.
One Pokemon is still capable of going up, but the other one looks tired.
I don't want my Nidoking dying here. Typhlosion feels like a really weird and bad switch, but I'd rather switch to Typhlosion than take a Sun-boosted Fire Blast on my ground type.
What'll it do? That didn't do much.
It is Fire Blast. This technically opens up an opportunity to look for like Swift, Dig. I think Typhlosion learns Earthquake. I don't think it learns it with Fire Blast, but I'd rather go for Sun-boosted Fire Blast, and then if they just have only grass types on the end here, I think we just win anyway. So this could have also been the secret 5-head speedrun strat, you know? Wait for them to make the sun, switch, Sunlight turn 2, Fire Blast, win. Yeah, and they only have grass types in the end, so if we don't miss, this was the fastest line. If I was literally without a blindfold and had perfect information, this would be the correct line. Hard Typhlosion into 2 grass types, but we missed, so we died of Sludge Bomb, right? We might die to Sludge Bomb Poison.
They're both hanging tough.
Dun, dun, dun. Ooh. Oh my goodness, dude. I've been picking up audio cues to kind of get a feel for it. Usually, like with Thunder, for example. Even though I have a blindfold on, and even though I'm actually closing my eyes, I like to have my eyes closed, just because I can still see the flash of the screen. Because I can still see the flash of the screen, it makes it very hard to like anticipate a Thunder hitting, because I see the bright light, I instantly know I missed Thunder. So I'm trying to do a similar thing where I recognize if I've hit or missed based on audio cues. And for Fire Blast, there's a quick hush. Like, the animation winds up, Typhlosion goes for the Fire Blast, right? But then there's a screen swap, and that's where it'll decide if it hit or miss, right? Because once it goes to the picture of the Pokemon, when they're about to get hit, it'll either say, oh, that miss, or it'll be, like, finally hitting. And right there, against that Victory Bell, it went silent. So it went to a screen transition, and I thought I missed because it was still quiet. It didn't make the Fire Blast hitting sound, right? So I thought I had just lost by missing on that Victory Bell there. Granted, I probably win, but it's actually really tough. With Exeggutor on the end, it's really hard to win with just Ursaring and Typhlosion. But if I had Fire Blast, I probably win. Alright, I'm really weak to ground types, but I can't just gamble on my 5th or my 6th. We have a lot of, continues to buffer us here, but I definitely want to just keep doing the Thunder, Fire Blast, Earthquake Core. Starmie, eh? Alright, if they go to a ground type here, we just get farmed, but otherwise, we're chilling.
Here it comes, Thunder! No, that didn't connect.
Nope.
What will the other side do?
Why?
Oh,
Okay.
that's a miss. It's up to me.
There's a small chance they switch here. I doubt it. But there's a very small chance they go. Okay.
Drilled out weakness.
Dude, this Jolteon. Okay. I was about to say this Jolteon sucks. If it's not one-shotting a Starmie, okay?
Pokemon
That would have surprised me.
Oh, it's Porygon 2. Will this battler live up to expectations? The heated action.
They don't have any water types. They could have a flying type, but I don't think there's a flying type we're worried about except for Aerodactyl. And I'd rather just get a hit off, right? Like, what's the merit in switching?
The white hot battle
Lived.
continues.
Relevant.
There it goes. Yes, it's a hit. Yes, it's going down. Is there any way of stopping this incredible Pokemon force? Oh, it's Charizard. This
I
is the
knew it.
last
I felt it in my bones. I was like, they've got to have a flying type on the end, right? This might be a mistake keeping Jolteon in. Never punished, baby. Oh.
That missed. Whoa, Fire Blast. Right, that's a hit. Oh, knockout. Which Pokemon will join the battle now?
I think Fire Blast beats Nidoking.
Nidoking.
And I don't think Surf beats Fire Blast.
Number of
But I do think Typhlosion beats Charizard. Especially when Charizard's been weakened.
vicious attack. Hit. That
Fade a
one
Burn, dodge a Fire Blast, and I think we win this 100%.
A furious attack.
Problem is I don't know what my Typhlosion's coverage moves are.
A powerful blow.
And I already forgot if Typhlosion has a move on the right side.
They're both hanging tough.
I definitely die to another Fire Blast. Can we fade it?
There's the attack. Great hit.
Alright, they're cheering, so it means it's dead.
Oh, and down it goes. Each team has only
Do
one
I
Pokemon
go
left
for
battle.
Fire Blast?
Oh, it's Typhlosion. It's down.
I think we go for Fire Blast first, because if they're Fire Blast Fly, I want to look for other moves while he's in Fly animation, right?
What next? Oh, a blow to the weak spot.
Crit and they're cheering probably means I hit and killed.
There are no more remaining
Yo, this
Pokemon.
Typhlosion has hit a lot of clutch crits
The battle.
to win this run so far. Typhlosion is the boss. We don't know Jack. Dude, our teams are so bad. Do 2 Thunders beat an Alakazam? Do 2 Thunders beat an Alakazam?
Despite their numerous battles, the remaining Pokemon still look ready for more.
Steelix. It's gotta be Mud Slap, right? I think we can go hard Typhlosion here.
Switching
I'm willing to bet a lot of money on this being a Mud Slap Steelix.
Oh, it's Typhlosion.
An exuberant amount of money.
It dug its way underground. What impact
This lets me look for a move.
Switch have on the battle?
Typhlosion.
It intends to endure the next attack. There it goes. That struck home. A hot battle is unfolding. Here comes a Pokemon.
Switch is good. It's not a lot of things that can tank a Fire Blast here.
Oh, it's Starmie.
Starmie is one of them, though.
There's the attack. It's not very effective. How will this Pokemon switch affect the flow of battle?
I feel gross going hard Jolteon into a Starmie.
The Pokemon
Because I'm taking a Hydro Pump, a Surf, a Bull Beam. Bull Beam's probably the best result. But I'm taking a nasty hit here, like, no matter what.
The Pokemon emerges from its Pokeball.
And he's just going to switch back to Jolteon. So now, like, what do I do?
What will it do?
Bull Beam is good.
That was a glancing
Bull Beam is good.
How will this newly switched out Pokemon fare?
I think I got to go Ursaring here.
This Pokemon is switching out. The Pokeball opens to reveal its Pokemon. The other trainer is also changing Pokemon. Oh, it's Ursaring. What impact will this
It all comes down to this move. What is Ursaring's up?
vicious attack? A powerful blow.
It was Fire Punch.
It increased
I made the correct
its
choice. And we got a burn.
If the
Alright, well, we definitely win with a burn. Definitely win with a burn.
man, fire punch. Man, that worked perfectly. Down it goes. What Pokemon will appear next? This Pokemon is rejoining the battle. The heated action continues.
Ursaring might be relevant for their last.
What's this? That
Plus, we would have
was
switched
good.
Jolteon into a Psychic, which might have been bad.
What's next? Great hit.
I'd rather just get a chip shot off.
A hot battle
I'll
is
gladly take a
unfolding.
death with 2 Psychics. Ursaring's got a lot of HP. Ah, that was a crit. I think we survived that, actually. I think we survived that hit. So what do we fear on the end here? They could have an Exeggutor here. I doubt they would switch hard Exeggutor
Pokemon appears with a crop.
into a Thunder, especially if it's cheating and sees I have like Bite.
Competitor.
But either way, we just stay in.
Here it comes.
Okay.
Thunder.
Good result.
That's it.
Good hit. What do we lose to on the end here? They already have their ground type. What can beat a Typhlosion? Typhlosion took a non-endured dig.
Oh, it's Houndoom.
Houndoom is a bit threatening.
Pokemon
Can't
now.
switch though, so
Number of
I think we just need to hit 2
Pokemon
Thunders
is
or a
2 to
Thunder
1.
and a Fire Blast and we win. We could also just die to Fire
Here it
Blast.
goes.
Miss is basically the only thing there that could guarantee our loss.
A sharp attack. Hit. That
Okay.
was good.
It is Fire Blast and we lived. So a miss did not guarantee our loss there because we didn't die to Fire Blast and we could hit this one and paralyze, right?
Will this do it?
Just hit 2 Thunders. It's that easy. You too can be a Pokemon Master. All you need to do is flip a coin and call it right. Trust me, I flipped a lot of coins in this game. Ooh, okay. So I'm choosing the same team again. Not the last fight, but the 6th fight. Jolteon, Nidoking, Charizard. Jolteon only beats the water types. And we all lose to the ground type. We can beat Electabuzz. If they have a flying type, we can beat a flying type. If they have a flying type and a ground type, Nidoking can still beat a ground type, or at least get a hit in. They could go for Thief, Ice Punch, Hyper Beam. Hyper Beam is the best result though, because it guarantees we get an Earthquake off. Left was Surf, right is Earthquake. Please, Nidoking. I have a lot of faith. Yes, okay. I was terrified, based on our last encounter with Nidoking, that an Earthquake would not kill an Electabuzz, but thankfully it does. So now there's virtually no true Pokemon we can't beat with our 3. Jinx is a scary one though. Do we keep Nidoking? We've taken an Ice Beam. I think we just go hard Typhlosion. I don't see why not. We don't wait, no, we do outspeed Jinx. Typhlosion outspeeds Jinx. So we switch. They go for their Ice Punch or their Blizzard, and we just Fire Blast.
What'll it do? It's not very effective.
It sounds like Icy Wind. Yeah.
Its speed is down. What impact will this
What do you have in the end? Is it a Water type?
How's that?
Nothing. That sounds like Confusion, yeah? Okay, so I'm recognizing the difference between Confusion and Psychic at least. Yeah. That time I heard Fire Blast missed before the screen switched, before the screens flashed. Like, I can still see the light.
What's next?
Yeah. I'm glad I can recognize Confusion and Psychic. I thought there was a difference, but I didn't have headphones on for that, so I never knew for sure. But now I know for sure there is a very distinct difference between Confusion and Psychic. Confusion is very quiet, whereas Psychic is it's just a little bit louder, a little more distinct. Venusaur, ooh. I definitely could have thrown this by mistake. Actually, there was a merit to switching here. I'd die here if I... Ooh, okay, Solar Beam. Well, we definitely beat a Solar Beam. This miss means we switch. If Solar Beam's their best hit, we're chillin'. I don't think Confusion, Icy Wind, Solar Beam can kill a Typhlosion, but I'm just gonna play it extra safe and forfeit the chance for a really fast run. Like, if we're at like 42 minutes here, I'll feel bad not staying in, but I'd much rather just switch, be safe, get the win. Now, I didn't expect to die to Solar Beam, and because of that, this switchback is a little bit shameful, right? But there was like a small world where they go Solar Beam, crit, and then they have like a last move Headbutt or Body Slam or something, right? That is a world that exists. And with me being at minus speed, a miss would have been punished very hard. That's just me being overly cautious. It definitely was probably correct to just stay in, Fire Blast, take the Solar Beam. Problem is I just can't gauge the damage of a Confusion from a Jinx, so let's see how much time we lost for that.
The last Pokemon goes down. Congratulations! The champion has been decided!
Why are we at 35 minutes? This is a world record. This slams my previous record by like a full 3 minutes. Spam, spam, spam. No, continue. Perfect. Go away. Faster. Click. Come on, we need to beat it by 3 minutes. Beat it by 3 minutes. Yes! Exactement. Oh, wow. I was not expecting... in my mind, that felt like a slower than usual run. I knew it was like around the 40-minute mark. Scizor. Omastar. Okay. Well, I'm glad I never met those Pokemon. There's no words. I mean, this is just a 35-minute Challenge Cup blindfolded because all you need to do in Challenge Cup is hit 4 Thunders in a fight or 3 Fire Blasts. And you too can get a sub 36. Slamming that last run by 3 minutes. There's nothing to say. We're just done. Ship it!